Hi, this is Richard Parnell. This is the first of a series of videos going over certain questions that stringers often have about why we do things, why we don't do things, and if we can do things. And this first one I'd like to start off with is something that I saw on YouTube this morning, and I thought that I'd actually answer the question myself, which is, can we string a split tension with 2 knots or with one piece of string? Now, split tension means where there's a difference in tension between the mains and the crosses. It can either be higher or lower. We can go into that on another video. But the video today is, can we do 2 knots and have split tension? Well, we can, because if we take care, then the transition from one tension to the other is maintained. So if we look at this racket, this is actually strung with 4 knots, but if it was done with 2 knots, the mains end at the top. So if this racket was being strung at 24, 23, all we do is we do all the mains at 24, then the first cross, where we always try and do a cross before tying off. So what I mean by that is, instead of going main directly to knot, what we'll do is off the short side, we'll always add a cross. So this one will be at 24, this one will be at 24, tie off. This one will be at 24, then this one will go to the second cross, which is also at 24, and then from there 23 all the way down. An easy way of remembering this is any string that comes from a main stays at the main tension. So 24, 24, 24, 24, and then 23 down. What does this do? This maintains the tension on the main, because the transition, the loss of tension, if we were to go straight down to 23 here, there could be some bleeding of the loss of tension into this string. And as we want to maintain as perfect a tension as we can, then we just keep the main and the cross that comes from it at the same tension if we're using split tensions. And then obviously we go to the knot, and at the knot what we'll do is we'll normally use 4 kilos or 20%. 10 kilos, 10% isn't enough. So definitely 20%, which if you're talking about you're stringing at 20, 22, 23, is about 4 kilos. And that offsets the tension loss. However good we do our knots, or however well we do them, I should say, there's always a tension loss there. So, which is one of the reasons why some people like 2 knots as opposed to 4. As there's less knots, there's less variables on those last strings. So I'm not going to go into that. We can go into that on another video. But this is the first video of a series of Richard answers your questions on certain subjects. So if there's any questions that you'd like answered, put them in the comments below, and I'm sure I can do a video about it afterwards. So happy stringing.